UFO sighting over Clarksville. On February 16, 2026, at 10 p.m., a witness working in downtown Clarksville, Tennessee, documented a large, semicircular object hovering directly over the city center. While the witness was performing routine maintenance on a building, she observed the craft remaining completely fixed in space, a behavior that stood out compared to the frequent air traffic in the area.
Look at this UFO. Do you see how it's way up in the sky? And it's round.
The primary anomaly in this case is the object's ability to maintain a complete, still hover. Unlike conventional aircraft or helicopters, which exhibit slight movements or buffeting due to wind and engine vibration, this object appeared locked to a specific coordinate. Its semicircular or horseshoe profile was clearly defined against the dark sky, suggesting a solid, rigid structure rather than a loose collection of lights. The object featured lights that blinked at irregular intervals. While planes use specific strobe patterns for navigation, the lights on this craft did not follow standard aviation FAA regulations. The silent nature of the encounter, combined with the object's location over a populated downtown area, suggests a craft utilizing a highly stable and quiet propulsion system that allowed it to remain undetected by most of the city's residents. The Wonder Valley Orbs. Between 4:30 and 5 a.m. on January 18, 2026, a witness in the remote desert of Wonder Valley, California, captured footage of luminous spheres appearing just a few hundred feet from their position. The desert environment provided a high-contrast backdrop for these orbs, which appeared without any preceding sound or light signature. The footage shows that the lights did not fly in from the horizon. Instead, they appeared to materialize in place. The main orb exhibited a pulsing behavior, changing colors as it floated at a low altitude. This type of manifestation is often reported in desert UAP cases, where objects seem to click into a visible state rather than traveling through the atmosphere in a traditional way. The recording also shows smaller, fainter lights appearing near the main object, including a distinct orb on the left side of the frame. This indicates a multi-object event where several nodes were operating in the same localized area. Given the lack of infrastructure or towers in the Wonder Valley Desert, the presence of stationary, color-changing lights at such low altitudes points to a non-human or experimental technology. Houston's flying escorts. On February 15, 2026, in Houston, Texas, two brothers filming a commercial airliner's ascent captured two luminous objects following the plane. The event occurred in highly regulated airspace near a major airport, where any unauthorized flight activity is strictly prohibited.
Where'd they go? They're like moving in unison. It's weird.
John, I think we got some UFOs.
Yeah, seems UFO-y. They're round, dude.
Hey, babe.
They're just round lights. That's all I see. I have night sight on. 7x zoom, it just still looks like a round light. That's it, dude.
The objects, appearing as two bright points of light, were seen moving in perfect unison with the climbing aircraft. They maintained a specific distance from the plane's tail, behaving almost like escort craft. Their ability to match the high speed and steep angle of a departing airliner without any visible wings or engines suggests an advanced form of synchronized flight. As the plane continued its climb, the two lights began to slowly drift away from each other while increasing their own altitude. The witness noted that the objects were completely silent, producing none of the roar associated with the jet engines they were following. The fact that these objects operated so close to a civilian plane without triggering a safety response or showing standard drone strobe lights, marks this as a significant incident of aviation interference. The blink. On January 11, 2026, at 5:55 p.m., a witness on a beach in San Juanico, Mexico, observed a glowing orb that appeared to react to the presence of a camera. The sighting occurred during the golden hour, providing enough light to see the object clearly, yet it exhibited a behavior that defied physical norms. The most unusual aspect of this footage is the object's on and off visibility. Every time the witness attempted to use the digital zoom to get a clearer view of the orb's structure, it would vanish instantly. A few moments later, it would reappear in the exact same spot. This cycle repeated several times, suggesting the object might have been responding to the infrared or optical focus of the camera lens. A normal object, like a bird or a drone, remains visible as it moves through space. This orb, however, seemed to delete itself from the sky and then reappear without any travel time. This blink behavior suggests the object was either utilizing a highly responsive cloaking system or was not fully anchored in the physical environment in a way we currently understand. The Wilkes-Barre Smoke Orb. On October 14, 2025, in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, a witness leaving work captured a smoke-like orb hanging in the sky. Unlike a typical cloud or a puff of exhaust, this object held a perfect, solid-looking spherical shape for several minutes before undergoing a strange transformation. The object appeared to be made of a thick, white, vaporous material, yet it did not drift with the wind or lose its round shape. As the witness filmed, the object began to thin out evenly across its entire surface. It did not pop like a balloon or blow away like smoke. It simply faded into transparency until it was gone. This suggests the cloud was actually a form of camouflage or a byproduct of a stationary craft. When a weather balloon or a transformer bursts, it leaves behind debris or a visible trail of smoke that lingers. This object left behind nothing. Its ability to maintain a rigid geometric shape and then evaporate in place is inconsistent with any known man-made objects. Analysts are looking at this as a case of transient matter, where an object manifests with a physical appearance and then dissolves back into the atmosphere. The laser signal. On February 17, 2026, a resident in Perth, Western Australia, recorded a strange interaction in the night sky. After noticing unusual activity over several nights, the witness decided to use a high-powered green laser to signal toward the southern sky. The resulting footage shows a series of lights that didn't just appear, they seemed to answer. One of the most technical details of this case is that the objects were invisible to the naked eye. The witness reported seeing nothing but a dark sky until they looked through their phone's camera zoom. This is a common glitch in the way these objects operate. They often emit light in a spectrum that our eyes can't see, but digital camera sensors can pick up easily. This means someone could be standing right under them and never know they were there without a lens. The lights did not behave like random stars or satellites. In the video, every time the witness pointed the laser at a specific spot, a light would manifest or blink into existence within seconds. This wasn't a coincidence. The timing suggests the objects were tracking the laser and acknowledging the signal. Unlike a plane with steady navigation lights or a satellite moving in a straight line, these objects appeared and vanished at will, reacting directly to the person on the ground. Because the objects responded to the laser but remained invisible to the eye, we can rule out most normal explanations. A drone or a plane would be visible without a camera, and a balloon wouldn't respond to a light signal. This case points towards something more advanced, a craft or phenomenon that is intentionally staying hidden but is clearly aware of being watched. It leaves us wondering who is monitoring the backyard in Perth and why they only show themselves when called. Thank you for watching, and with that said, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.